Hey guys, this is Everyday Nerds. I am Globaloutcast, and that is my co-host.
The Anime Shogun.
And today we will be talking about what today?
We're talking about Jedi Survivor.
And since you're today's in charge, what you start us off?
Well, let's start. How far are you in that game?
Uh just I'm at Grease, and now I'm exploring that. Now I'm exploring the planet that he's on, pretty much, because I'm kind of taking my time with it because of there's a lot that seems that's going in with it, so I kind of want to take it all in.
Yeah, it feels more open. Can't complain about that.
I do like the Jedi Temple puzzles, even though some of them are a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I know somebody that would hate puzzles.
Yeah, we both would. Yeah,
What? So, what do you think about the different saber forms? I feel like there's more knowledge to it. Like you've got like it really expanded on your abilities, your force powers.
oh yeah, yeah. They definitely expanded on a lot of that stuff. I do like the fact that you can choose different forms, and the between the pistol and the lightsaber, double lightsaber, dual lightsaber, single lightsaber. I do like those. As for the forces, I feel like there's a lot more to work with the force, especially with the time stopping ability.
Yeah, I want to say his force powers are more heavy, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I get that feeling too. I really
Like
do.
I think it would be I think it's good. I think it's a good matchup. Definitely think it's interesting. So what is your favorite form?
I have a. It's in between either the double lightsabers or the dual sided lightsaber.
The dual wielding or the double bladed? Okay.
Yep.
I like all of them. I like single for sure. You know, I definitely like single. Double bladed is my main. Dual wielding is all right, but it's not my favorite. Saber and blaster, it's not quite my style.
I don't feel like that would be my style either, just because it doesn't. I don't know. Just doesn't seem like it'd be for me.
But the cross guard, I do like the cross guard, but at the same time, it's it's a lot. Like it's definitely a very heavy.
Yeah.
But that being said, I can't complain too much because my main is double bladed. I either go double bladed and single, or I'm doing double bladed and cross guard
Oh,
because double bladed is great for speed and damage. Like it's more belt. So the way I've got my setup, double bladed is more for speed. So if there's a crowd, my better bet is double bladed. Where if I need to beat somebody down, no names included, if I need to beat somebody down, especially if I want to go with more of a heavy hitter, I bring out the cross guard.
yeah. I would have thought you would have went the Darth Maul style.
That's double bladed.
Oh, my bad. I'm just stupid then.
I could have told you that.
But yeah, I like double bladed. It is really fun, and my one of my favorite things to do. This is back even in the first one, throwing them off the cliff. Eh,
That does work. It does help out, especially if you get the trophy. Like I don't know about you, I do a lot of trophy hunting here and there, but
I don't.
I do, I definitely do. But for me, it's more along the lines of what was one of the trophies that I don't remember if I did or not because I couldn't bring myself to do it. It was the like knocking your mount off into the void or into the deep.
Yep,
I didn't do that one just because I couldn't do it. I couldn't kill my mount.
I get it.
I'm not cold blooded like a certain somebody I know.
This is the same somebody that would say, "Hey, this is a nice
It's the
walk
same.
we're going on."
It's the same. Yes, it's the same guy that you have an issue with. You just don't openly say it. But yeah, I like the double bladed. It's my current style. It's what I've always gone. It helps for when I need to do crowd control and I need to just speed through. But when I come across the enemies that I just really hate and I want to beat down, I'll bring out the cross guard. That being said, what colors do you use?
I go orange all the time.
Because it's your favorite color,
Yeah,
or
pretty much.
okay?
I go orange all the time because it's my favorite color. Now, if I got
I
to,
switch it up.
okay, what's your colors?
I'll let you finish. You were saying because you had a reason.
Oh, if there was a well, two reasons why orange. I like orange because well, it is my favorite color, but that's the first reason. The second reason is in Star Wars lore, they are more the Jedi that use orange are more secretive. If I remember correctly, they're more secretive and more closely towards taking out anybody with that's dealing with the Sith. That's if I'm correct.
I'd really have to look in there because I think the guards had orange.
Yeah, some of the guards had orange.
Now me, I can rock any color. I can do blue, cyan. I can do green. Green is kind of what I usually main with, but it's not exactly my favorite. If I could actually choose my favorite color, I won't be able to until I do New Game Plus.
Yeah,
And that's red because I follow more of the Sith ideology than anything.
yeah,
But good guy, I think I'd probably rock blue. Thinking
understandable.
blue would be my main just because, Anakin Skywalker, come on.
Yep.
But yeah, that's my now what was your favorite moment from the game so far? I know
So
you haven't beaten it yet, but
so far, it would either have to be when I'm facing that what the fuck was that thing called? The same creature that kind of that Luke Skywalker took its arm off. They had a little scene with that one in one of the kill scenes for that thing that you fought.
yep.
It's either that or when you first meet the droids again.
Yeah, one of the funny scenes for me, it's not my favorite, but one of the funny ones for me is the scene where the droid is on the cliff. He's talking about promoting somebody else to
Yeah,
basically do his watch, and then he talks about it, and instead he basically is like, nope, nope, I don't think I actually want anybody to be promoted. It's a funny scene. It's not one of my favorites, but it was funny.
what are some of your favorite scenes?
Uh, well, I'm afraid to do this to you. Actually, not really, because fuck you. Um, one of my favorite scenes is more along the lines of uh, how do I put it? It's when you get to the Imperial outpost.
Okay.
That's more my favorite scene because you see him actually start to use more of his dark side power.
Okay.
Like he just goes berserk on like a whole platoon.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite scenes. Then, without giving too much away for those who haven't played it or who haven't watched it, I would definitely say my other favorite for sure is what you find out the real story with Bogan or whatever his name is.
Okay.
So it's basically the ending, and then when you find out, or when you find what's his name, like when you go to the Imperial outpost in the one location.
Okay. Do you face Darth Vader again, like you did at the end of the
Mm,
first one?
yes and no.
Okay.
So like you do, but you don't.
Okay. I was kind of honestly
Uh,
surprised that the ninth. What was it? The ninth sister used to be a Jedi. I think she was the ninth sister, the one that you killed in the beginning
yeah,
of the first.
yeah,
In
it's the ninth sister, because the second sister is somebody else, I believe.
yeah.
But yeah, it's so you don't. I mean, like I said, I can give you the spoiler or not, but I mean, you do fight Vader, but not exactly as Cal Kestis. So he
Okay.
does show up, but you don't really fight him, not like in the first game.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of interested. I was kind of interested in that if there was going to be more Darth Vader in this one or how they were going to do it.
Yeah, he shows up. It's one of those like hearing JT's response about it was pretty hilarious.
What was his response?
Do you really want me to tell you without?
Go ahead. I really don't care about spoilers.
Okay, so you do fight Vader, but it's not as Cal, it's as the one chick,
Okay.
and she dies.
Okay. I'll probably end up forgetting about it sooner or later.
Yeah, it's
Okay. Do you get to see the Emperor?
no,
Damn. I'd like to see more of him. I think that'd be kind of cool.
no, you don't see him.
I think that would have been kind of cool. Maybe a little glimpse of Obi-Wan or something somewhere in a little cutscene.
This was sometime after three, before four, I believe, or
Yeah.
it's sometime between four and five.
Those who know more about the Star Wars lore could kind of fill us in on that kind of stuff.
Well, the first game took place when Order 66 happened.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing.
Yeah.
And this one was a few years after that. So
Yeah. Yeah, and it was taking place about a couple years after Order 66, and this was it could like be right before 4. So you never know.
well, Vader had the Inquisitors. That's why I think it is during four.
Yeah.
But even then, I'm not 100% on that. But so then, what was one moment that you didn't like?
That is a toughie because I really liked a lot of moments. Probably. What kind of not like we talking? Like I didn't like the animation, or I just didn't like in general, or
Like, I wasn't a fan of some of the puzzles. It
okay,
for a Star Wars game, I felt that there was too many puzzles in there. I mean, I got all of it, and I thought it was cool, but I there was just way too many puzzles on some of them.
I get it. Some of the puzzles did seem a little bit hard, a little bit tricky. If you didn't get it right away, you didn't get it right away. You'd have to spend a little bit longer on them than most. which was irritating in my personal opinion. I think that's pretty much my only gripe about it as of right now. Is pretty much how irritating some of the puzzles can be with how difficult they can be.
Yeah, for me, it was the puzzles just kind of started getting to be annoying.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Now, what's one thing you would like to see?
What's one thing I'd like to see? Well, I'd like to see like in the game or in a future game of this.
In the game, future game, whichever.
Maybe a little clip of Cal Kestis either running into or talking to Obi-Wan, like Alec Guinness's Obi-Wan Kenobi right before he and Luke take off. Maybe meeting a younger Han Solo and Chewie. Kind of giving us a little bit of hint of it's coming close to Star Wars Episode 4 type of style. Or type of moments.
I think I think I would have to go with Star Killer.
That'd be awesome to see.
See Star Killer show up.
That'd be awesome to see. Those games were fun.
Yeah, I would like to see more Star Killer show up. Now, another thing I'd have to sit there and say for a Star Wars game that I was kind of interested in and I thought was kind of funny was the romance between Marin and Cal.
Yeah. I did hear a lot about that. I heard some people were upset over that because she's pansexual and she's going after.
We don't talk about that stuff in this podcast.
Just some of the stuff I heard, which I thought was funny. I can't wait to get to that stuff because I always rooted for them.
A lot of people root for them. A lot of people really like them.
I mean, it kind of makes sense if you see in the first. If you remember in the first one, I felt like he kind of had a thing for her. So that's all.
Now, is there anything you want to ask about? Anything in the future? Stuff like that.
What would you if you could see a spin-off of from this style of game from this game? What kind of spin-off would you want?
Well, it's hard to say because I don't know if I would want a spin-off, but if I did want something to do with a future game, maybe like a little short game to see what Marin did while they were separated.
Kind of like a DLC type of thing.
Kind of like that, more along the lines of, you hear in the first that that the crew split.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody kind of went their own paths.
Mm-hmm.
So what had happened from the end of the first game and the start of this game?
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
I would like to see that. I also would like to see a game where you've got Cal Kestis against Starkiller.
Yeah,
I think that would be interesting.
though I think Starkiller would wipe the floor with him.
Yeah, but that being said, too, I also would like to see how it turns out because I feel that they've left it open for Cal to essentially go to the dark side.
True. Hey, you never know. They might have in the third one where you get to choose whether he stays in the light or the dark.
Right. So that's where it would be interesting to see how that would go.
Yeah. That would be interesting. Now, besides Starkiller, was there any like Force ghosts you think would be awesome in, like for Cal Kestis to end up either running into learning some new tricks in a DLC or something, like any kind of Force Ghosts?
Hmm, maybe not exactly a Force Ghost, but I do think it would be interesting to see like a different definition of Anakin.
Okay.
Like since he's struggling with, the light and dark, I think it would be interesting to have him end up kind of going against uh like, he learns from like Anakin Skywalker.
Okay. That'd be cool.
I think that would be definitely a good, interesting bit.
Yeah, that would be
Like
interesting.
Vader comes out acknowledging that he is Anakin Skywalker. He basically sits there and says, like I can feel your dark side, and
Yeah, that would be interesting. I kind of think it'd be kind of cool to maybe have Cal face off or do like a thing with Dark Revan or Darth Revan, however you want to pronounce his name.
Darth Revan, yes.
Something to that. I think that'd be kind of cool.
I would, but the timeline wouldn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, like a Force Ghost type of thing. They'd have to work some
Right.
things
If you
around it.
wanted to really go with the Force Ghost, I would recommend Darth Nihilus,
Yeah.
the World Eater.
I say Darth Revan because he kind of walked both lines, so it'd be interesting to see how that's with that kind of style. Other than that, I don't know much Sith Lords.
Darth Nihilus ate the planets, like literally drained the Force from all the planets. Darth Revan was the one you're talking about with the purple and red.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we've got Malik, Darth Malik, but a lot of the old timers will probably just call him Malik
Yep.
and know who you're talking about. Because he wasn't exactly like a Darth or a Dark Lord, really.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
that's for a different topic.
Yeah. I think it'd be kind of cool to see Yoda in that in Star Wars.
Yoda was alive, so it would have been possible.
It would have been possible. Maybe hinting back at bringing back Mace Windu.
Mm, could be an idea, but I don't know. At that point in time, Mace would have been like the fan video. Mace would have been kind of maybe old with one blind eye.
It still would have been cool. Bring
I
back.
don't know. They killed off a lot. The way that they ended it wasn't bad. I was kind of disappointed because, well, I was just disappointed,
Yep.
but wasn't necessarily a bad game. I feel like it's interesting to see the anger and aggression come out, but
Yeah. I'll be excited once I get to those parts.
yeah, I mean, I was happy to see that Cal was starting to channel his inner dark side. I thought was cool, but what are we looking at for time right now?
34 minutes.
All right, let's probably get ready to take us out here then.
Alrighty. If you guys like our content, feel free to like, subscribe, comment on our YouTube channel. Follow us on our any podcast shows that we have on here via Spotify, Apple, iTunes, yada yada yada. I am Global Outcasts, and that is the
And
anime.
then I'm the Anime Shogun.
And we shall talk at you later.
Bye.